Hello guys, and welcome back to Things You Didn't Know. You probably have thought to yourself, what some of the world's most unusual people look like. Well, today's your lucky day. We've created a list of 10 incredible men with unbelievable physical characteristics. Some are popular for their strength, some for weakness, and some due to genetic defects. So, let's see 10 men around the world you may not believe are real. Tom Staniford. Tom has an extremely rare condition called MDP syndrome. It's so rare that only 8 cases in the entire world have been reported. Due to this syndrome, he has 0% fat in his body. People with MDP all share the same no fat whatsoever characteristics, which include the appearance of sunken eyes, cheeks, and withered lips. Even with his condition, Tom is a paracyclist and was also the 2011 National Paracycling Circuit Race Champion. Amu Haji. No, this isn't any creature from a Hollywood movie. He's a real man who hasn't bathed for 60 years. He lives in a small village in Iran and uses a grave pit to sleep. Not only does he not wash, but Amu smokes animal dung and sometimes multiple cigarettes, making his insides just as dirty as his body. He has lived most of his life like this and never explained why, but he will probably continue to live this way until his soul leaves his body. Patrick Jewell. Do you know what is really comfortable after a long day at work? Relaxing on your bed. You know what might seem excessive? Not leaving your bed for 7 years. But then again, there are a lot of things that are excessive about Patrick Jewell. I don't think anyone will argue when I say Patrick was at one point one of the heaviest men in the world, weighing in at an astonishing 1,023 pounds. As you know, being that heavy is not exactly the healthiest, which means that when Patrick needed to go to hospital, the only way that they could get him there was by cutting a hole through his house. Patrick has undergone gastric bypass surgery and has lost over 500 pounds. Sadly, Patrick regained the weight and was hospitalized back in December. He passed away on April 29th, with his weight reported to be over 900 pounds. Mikel Lotito. Mikel is known for his stunts involving consumption of several inedible materials such as metal, glass, rubber, and many more. He disassembled, cut up, and consumed bicycles, shopping carts, televisions, and even an entire aeroplane which took roughly 2 years to be eaten from 1978 to 1980. He began eating unusual material as a teenager around 16 years of age and performed publicly from 1966. It was never studied whether the process of him eating these insane things affected his health, but unfortunately, he died at the early age of 57 due to natural causes. Leonid Stadink. Almost every woman, when asked to describe her perfect man, says a variation of the theme: tall, dark, and handsome. Well, handsome is rather a matter of opinion, but Leonid Stadink certainly fulfills the first 2 criteria. He has very dark hair and is 8 foot 5 inches tall. Born in 1971 in what was part of the USSR, but is now Ukraine, Leonid was a perfectly normal child for many years. However, when he started entering his teens, Leonid started growing, and not in the typical gangly teenage boy way that we see all the time. Nope, Leonid was tall. He was very tall. A brain operation when he was 14 years old revealed that he had a tumor in his pituitary gland, completely beyond the reach of any doctor. It could not be removed, and while it remained in Leonid's body, it was encouraging the gland to produce a huge amount of the growth hormone that was the source of his incredible increase in size. Leonid has only got bigger and bigger. In 2006, it was reported that he wears European size 62 shoes, which works out to a whopping US size of 28. He weighs almost 450 pounds and often struggles to keep himself upright, needing to use nearby trees and the sides of buildings to help him keep standing up. Gary Turner. Mr. Turner suffers from an extreme case of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that has weakened his skin. He can stretch his skin to extreme levels, which seems impossible to be done by any human. He performs many incredible stunts with his skin, for which he landed on this list, and has even made the accomplishment of getting into the world record and Ripley books. Luckily enough, there's no way of telling of his incredible talents from his normal appearance. Carlos Rodriguez. An accident is responsible for Carlos's appearance. After flying through the windshield in a car crash, he landed on his head, crushing the upper portion of his skull. The accident caused so much damage that doctors had to cut out a large portion of his brain to save him. And yes, he's still alive, which seems some kind of miracle. Luckily, he has still normal function of his brain and is able to do everyday activities. Francisco Domingo. This man has a very weird kind of talent. He has the world's widest mouth. He came into the world's attention a couple of years ago when his large mouth stunts went viral on YouTube. He broke the Guinness World Record for the widest mouth on the planet by fitting an entire Coke can in his mouth without any problem. To prove there is nothing false about his reputation, Francisco participated in the Italian competition known as Big Mouth, where contestants literally put their jaws to the test. They put all kinds of strange things in their mouth, including saucers, coffee cups, bottles, but none could beat Francisco's Coke can stunt. Even more amazing is the fact that despite putting a Coke can in his mouth every day and having never been to the dentist, his teeth are perfectly healthy. Yu Zhenwan. No, he isn't a chimpanzee wearing human clothes. He's a real living, breathing human from China. Due to a rare condition, 96% of his body is covered in hairs, which also affects other people in his family. Obviously, his entire life he has faced many hardships due to his appearance, but now he is trying to remove those hairs and pursue his childhood dream, which is to become a musician. Chandra Dangi. Chandra Bahuda Dangi is currently the smallest person alive. He is only 1 foot 9 inches and is a primordial dwarf. This genetic condition starts early. In fact, it is possible to diagnose primordial dwarfs in the womb because the fetus is much smaller than normal. Of course, when Chandra was born, it was impossible for anyone to tell that he was going to be different, and many primordial dwarfs start off appearing perfectly healthy and then simply do not grow. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.